Welcome to this episode of the Public Nuisance, brought to you from Killen Studios, right here where you can get all your content done, from photo shoots, video editing, podcast studios, you name it, it's right here. Let's not forget that praise guy, doing millions of pounds in praises every month, making people wealthy, making people happy, and supporting plenty of charities. Get on their socials, check out their praises, hit them up. What was the day? We have the Malone Ranger.
Well, sure, what's happening?
Oh, good, mate. Look, listen, obviously, we've been together a good bit. We've been training. We've been seeing an awful lot of each other recently.
We have.
Considering from the last time you were on here, like,
Just shows you.
when was that? That must have been summertime. Like,
I think it was it May time, Sean? I think it was May.
It was the start of summer.
May around, wasn't it? I was on last time, May.
Yeah, and a lot of things have happened since May.
A lot of things have changed. Hey, we put it out into the universe that manifested in real time. Isn't that what happens?
This is it, because you obviously you went off a scene a wee bit after that last podcast.
On the podcast, then I decided that social media wasn't for me. It was going to disappear. God had different plans, didn't it?
That's it, 100%.
We even said in the podcast that time, I says, look, we'll maybe get in and do a bit. After I says, I get a bit of training me and do it. And at the way and deleted social media, brilliant, chilling out. I wasn't doing. Spend time with the kids over in Dubai, just chilling out, and I realised there was something missing. I was the calling. The calling.
There's a new meaning. There's a new that's it. There's a new calling.
A new calling, and it wasn't in my time. You know, as I say, I believe it was in God's time. You know, He called me back, and sometimes I say, "Am I right in the head?" Coming into this boxing game now with no experience at 39, but it is what it is.
100%. Well,
you know the effort's being put in, Charlie.
Oh, why? Hey, like. Obviously, like you say, it's like you're coming in late, 39. You've no box experience. You fought once with Chris Suter. Like it was just a way you didn't train for it.
I didn't train. I tell you what I done for it. I think it's two spars and maybe like 6 boxing sessions, because I ended up with a bulging disc in my back. So I couldn't train. But me and Freeman, good mate of mine, James, we were putting up maybe training for a wee bit and jumping on the bike and then putting up with the gloves on, saying we're sparring and coming for you, because he said to me, look, Andy, if you pull out of this here like nobody, he says, I'll never hear the end of it. If I say I'm fucking pulled out of Chris Suter, I said I'd be destroyed, you know. And here, and we have, as it was said once again, I said last time, hats off to Suter.
Oh, hats off! You know, like we're saying, like because you get a lot of like loads of people have messaged me recently. Yeah. About what are you like? What's he at? What the fuck? Yeah, like I'm saying, listen, just watch and see the final product. Don't be giving me any shit. I'll do this. I'll do it. You'll do nothing. Yeah. People always give me shit and give you shit underneath your post. Yeah. None of them actually have the balls to do anything about it themselves.
Exactly.
If you look at Suter actually get in the ring.
And that's
fought. Hats off to him.
Hats off to him.
1,000,000%. Whereas all these other people saying, I'll do this, I'll do that, but they don't do nothing about it.
Exactly, lad. As me and you know, people are going ridiculing me because I want to do a bit of boxing. I'm training and keeping healthy. I'm staying away from drinking, and it's near like it's madness.
People want to see you feel.
Exactly. They're looking me to feel, and that's when you use it. You know, when you understand that 98% I say controlled by the devil, and they want to see you feeling because they must believe they're feeling. Yeah. They said somebody that's doing better than you never hates you. Ever I would hate nobody. Like you know what I'm like. I love everybody. Yep. I'm just gonna have to smash a few heads in.
That's all along the way.
Line
them up.
Line them up.
No, but obviously, like it's good because, like as I say, you're doing something positive, and it's mad because see, if you were doing something like, see if you were feeling and you were like putting it out there, like if nothing's going my way, and you would have the same people probably messy going, oh look, listen, keep your head up, you're doing well, because they're actually happy to see you feeling.
Exactly.
But now they're messaging you because you're doing well and you're training, you're healthy and you're fit and you're productive, and you know you've got a bit of vision about yourself now. What you want to do, you want to go into this Misfits, and you want to fight, and you want to get better. You want to challenge yourself, and now they're saying, I'll do it. No, I mean, they're just...
And as you would know, you'd be about me, like a lot of the time now, and I'm always in good form.
Yeah.
Not true, like I'm never in bad form because of a high energy, and I just feel good, like, and I'm enjoying life at the minute, you know, I'm enjoying the game of life. But people don't want to see it like that. No. So they'll put something on their comment, and you know what I'm like, I can master it. So I'll actually say to you know this, I say, I'm going to put this out, it's going to be a wee bit cringy, but I'm going to put it out, but wait till you see the reaction. And we're sitting back and you're going, fuck, look at that again. And I'm laughing about it because, look, I understand it, you know, because I know how they're feeling. And look, I've no hatred towards it. You know what I mean? If somebody says something bad to me, I never any hatred.
Water off a duck's back,
say, God bless them, because I understand how they're feeling, because I would never write something bad under somebody's comment. No matter what, even if I thought it, I'd be saying, fuck me, I would never write something nasty or anything to anyone because that's just the way it is.
That's it. As soon as you write something negative, you're putting a negative energy out there within yourself.
Exactly.
So you're holding something negative within you. If you have to go on and take time out of your day to actually write something negative.
See, people that write it, they don't even follow you. So they must sit there, right? They must sit watching your every move, and you can hear call it. There's a few people we talk about, but that's it.
100%.
There's a few people, right? But they'll be watching your every move. They don't even follow you. So they actually have to go, type your name in, and
search
and watch you.
Time. You're wasting. You're taking up their time.
Exactly.
But they're invested in you.
Exactly.
They're invested in you because they want to know what he's doing because it feeds their hate even more.
You know what the best thing is? I ever just say, God bless you. See if somebody says something bad, God bless you, and I actually mean it. They say, God bless you, or just block them. And then be sitting there going, and I be saying, they give them any sort of reaction back, they win.
Yeah, 100%.
So you just stay nice and relax, say, God bless you, or just block them. You know?
Yeah, big time, 100%. You've got a fight. You're in talks of a fight.
The first fight.
Oh,
wow, yeah.
And
the
listen, you've obviously the hippopotamus.
The human hippopotamus.
But no, you're like, because obviously you seem like you started boxing, you wanted to do this, and then you want to get better. You're getting better. Yeah, like it's fucking. I can see it. It's like night and day in a few weeks, and you can see the commitment. You've got the commitment, and then you potentially have a date.
Yeah,
that you want to fight.
First fight, you know the crack. Yeah, the management company I've signed with, so the 2-fight deal signed with them. That's why I've been in discussions with them. They're giving me the right to fight on this card on the 20th. We're going to run it ourselves, you know. So they've said to me, yes, you can do it. That's why I was kind of a wee bit in the air. But I remember saying I'd smashing for 10 grand. I will do it behind closed doors. They've now given me permission and said I can fight on the 20th of February. So as far as I see it, look, on paper, I think this wee lad has maybe 10 or 15 fights. You know, but before he's a favourite in paper, but we know
he's the favourite in paper.
But we know,
as I say, we're working behind the scenes, and
So on paper, he's a favourite, and it's probably on as I said in paper, a hard fight to take on, and maybe it is what it is, but
we're not having any other way.
We know.
If it didn't excite you or it didn't give you a wee bit of nervous, like you wouldn't take it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's a challenge you want.
And the thing is about it, remember I was saying, I didn't know, right? So if you look at that wee lad's thing, what do you call him? Killen. If you look at his profile picture on thing, it doesn't look like him, you know.
In real life.
So all these boys were calling me out. Dad, fucking, you know the crack. Hundreds of boys calling me out from Newcastle down Patrick. Every day I went on. So the story behind that was this boy must have put a video up, but I blocked him. I have a very, very small circle of friends. I keep myself to myself. I've maybe 25 people with my phone number. I speak to them about business, or we're all on certain spirituality trips, or we're training together, and I keep my circle very small, so I never get. Nobody sends me videos ever. Like, I wouldn't be in WhatsApp groups or not, never. So it's not like I have this clique of people that sending me in videos. So when this bike came down to the airport, we knew, you remember the crack? Yeah. So when the bike came to the airport, I was like, who the fuck are you? You know, when I came down the thing, I came down the tunnelway, right? After remember we were wrecked, and it was like 11 o'clock at night. I came down the tunnelway and I spied this wee boy to the right hand side, and he goes, well, on there. This by, and I looked, and he'd one of them, you know, one of them cameras.
Cameras that rotates.
Two bikes came from here, bikes came from here, and I came down, and I was like, "What the fuck is this here?" So obviously, I never fuck. I used to
caught off guard.
Yeah, caught off guard. But I said, "Get me a fuck out of here, quick!" I didn't know what was going on. I didn't care because first and foremost, I didn't even know this by what he was on about.
Yeah.
So I was saying, "Get me the fuck out of here quickly, right?" And then you get these people turning around. That's the same people saying, "Oh, you should have just fucking nailed him there and then." Different story if he had to put his hands on him. Right? Yeah. But when somebody has a camera there, see the hassle it would bring. Yeah. Not the police. My kids, I take my kids on holidays. Yeah. All of a sudden you have a letter from the court saying you're not allowed to take your kids out through an airport and stuff. Yeah. So people look at it, and these boys thinking they're hard men going, I would have bothered all 5 boys. You should have nailed them. And I was sitting there going, you know what you do? You use your head. Stay cool. Stay calm. Stay collective. Set up a fight.
Yes, and a fight's ready. Something positive's come out of it rather than something negative. Instead of having to go to court. You've turned it into something positive now.
That's what you do.
And you're giving them the opportunity. Do you really think you're going to beat me? You think you're going to show up to the airport and then you're going to beat me? Yeah. Well, let's prove it in front of people.
Exactly.
For a couple of shillings.
You know, we've talked about this. So the ego would have fucking nailed him. Maybe hit him the wrong way, failed, maybe fucking broke your hand. Yeah. You don't know all of a sudden the boxing's out the window. your police come down, they lift you, all of a sudden you're getting letters from the court saying you can't take the children through the airport again because you were caught fighting in the airport. They're the only ones with the videos. So what I'm saying to people, as people that see it, or the 98%, the smart people, the 1 and 2% know the Malone Ranger is the game changer.
Yeah, 100%. And as you say, it's the game changing, isn't it?
It's the game changer.
Like as I say, that was nothing at that stage. Now all of a sudden you've got a fight date, you're going to have a pay-per-view, you're going to have tickets.
Pay-per-view, we're running it under my own event. So what I'm saying is every negative that people see, now the person sitting there would be I would have bothered all 5 of them on the no balls, you should have nailed them, you should have done this, and I'm sitting back going, imagine the chaos I would have had a video going around about me fucking sparking somebody out in the airport, all of a sudden the police had arrested me, all the people saying, oh, Andy Malone's a scumbag. And I came out of it relaxed. Now, when the fight night comes, it's time to prove it.
That's it. The ball's in your court. Move on to bigger and better things.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is, I dictate the pace. I control the tempo. All right.
That's the way to do it. The game changer.
The game changer, and that's it. So, once again, I'm not walking away from anything. I'm willing to walk in the bright lights. I'm willing to put the score straight.
100%. That's the way to do it. And
the only way to do it. We've talked of this. If I was talking now on the cameras, we have talked of this behind closed doors. Yeah. This is a perfect way to do it.
Oh, wow. I no doubt about it. And I'd say it's going to be high demand as well, because the amount of people are texting me going, get me tickets first, get tickets first. And I'm going, listen, once the tickets are released, you'll be informed. Get on early, get them early.
It'll be a sellout quickly. And then there'll be a pay-per-view. We'll do a donation to charity. I'll smoke them in one round, and then I move on to we know what the plans are after that. And there's a reason why we're not talking about it at the minute, but we know I have 2 fights after.
Yeah, 100%.
But this is just as I see it, a warm-up fight. But look, and as I know he's a bit of experience there, but me and you know what I bring to the table, lad, and it's gonna be a tough night for him.
Keep them all guessing, know what I mean, until the
night. Yeah. And people think that even the videos we're releasing is our full work. If they only knew.
If only knew the insights, you know what I mean. That's why we keep the circle small, you know what I mean.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's good. That's why we're over in Amsterdam. You get the proper spawn over. There's no spies in the camp. Pete's brilliant over there. It's gooey click we'll have, and then it's just a bit of crack, get a bit of grub, and it's good energy.
Good banter. With some guys here, like as much as I'm coming out and saying, I bother everyone, I bother all you pros. Anyone who's a genuine pro respects what I'm doing. They're right into me and say to me, Andy, fair play to you. If you're bringing attention to the game. Isn't that what it's about?
Yeah, 100%.
Bringing attention to the game. Obviously, if I jumped in a fucking pro boxer, even yourself, you'd be fucking ball, man. You know, we're not stupid. Like, I'm not sitting here. But at the end of the fucking day, I'm willing to learn. We know I'm big. We know I'm strong. We know I have a fucking dynamite hand.
That's what I'm saying. People get too, emotionally attached to it for no reason. Like, if you understand the game, you go, fuck. You know, like,
exactly.
That's over your head.
Even we ran Burnett now. I think Ryan's 100%. But I met Ryan in the airport. One of the days, I think he was going to... rest in peace, Ricky Hatton's funeral.
Yeah.
And Ryan said to me, come over to me and he says, he says, what's the crack? But he says, what's the crack? He says, how did delete you off fucking Instagram last night? You were doing my fucking hair and you're running about. And I said, oh, for fuck's sake, you know, my hair. He's like, wise up. You know, like at the end of the day, some people get too emotionally involved in it.
Yeah.
When anybody else is looking at their life who's going, this boy's, and they are creating a hype.
Yeah.
If somebody's been in, this is bigger than the band and you bag fight, you know, it's creating a hype. And I get it, these boys are looking to come, and your boy has created a bit of hype now off my name. And it's perfect.
Perfect.
I'm
happy. If you look what Jake Paul's done for boxing, and then you ask most professional fighters, like every professional fighter's been asked, right up, like everyone at the highest level, what do you think about Jake Paul boxing? And all the top level fighters say, I think it's good for boxing.
100%.
I think it's good for boxing. He's created hype. He's got new eyes on the game. He's, you know, what's not to love about it?
And he's not doing any harm.
He's calling out Canelo. Does that mean I go, hang on to block him?
Exactly.
I don't give a shit. Like,
so what I say to people is sometimes people are thinking from the ego. They're looking from the ego and they're looking from a different place. But when somebody's nice and composed, they're going, respect. I get it now. You know, a load of them have wrote into me. I have multiple pro boxers, number ones in the world, writing into me and saying to me, "Oh, the absolute genius! This is fucking brilliant." And I'm saying to them, "Look, you know," so they understand.
Understand the game,
yeah.
100%. I wish I could market myself the same way. No, the problem is you're all afraid to look like that kids. At the end of the day, and you don't give a fuck. You're just like, no what?
I don't care because
you're free.
Because I know who I am.
Yeah.
I know who I am, so I can come in and out of character. That's why I call myself the game changer. So I can come on and go, and sometimes I go to you.
The game changer.
The game changer, Malone Ranger. But sometimes I even say to you, when you see this, I'm going to put this a bit cringy. And I know it's a wee bit cringy. And I go,
that's the hook.
It's that's the hook. And the funny thing is, I know that I'm going to get the reaction from them, and I'm sitting back and laughing at myself.
Yeah.
Because that's not the way I go on. You know, so you do, man. You know me. Because you be around me and you know how I go on. Yeah. And I'm not always fucking, you know the game.
Yeah, 100%.
So if you can play the game and come in there, the characters, anybody, if you even look at like Kobe Bryant, the boxer, he always said man mentality, where he was a fucking completely different person when he was playing basketball. So I see social media where I have to be a completely different person. Now, when I'm with my kids, I never curse. You know, it's just I don't curse. I'm very calmly spoken. I don't. I'm good out of crack. I never have a phone. But when I'm on social media, I'm like, fuck this, fuck that, fuck everybody, because I'm coming into this character. People are going, well, how can you be a Christian if you're cursing? I'm like, catch yourself on, will you? You're missing the message. You know, I might be sitting there going, look, Jesus Christ is the way and the truth, and I might say, come on, fucking, we need to follow him. Oh, no, you can't say Jesus' name because you said fucking. I'm not saying it in a nasty way. I'm not saying you're a
passion
scumbag.
Towards what you're talking about.
Passion towards what I'm talking about. And don't get me wrong, I never really thought about it before. Like, do I believe cursing? I believe, as I said to people, Jesus knows your heart.
Yeah.
He knows you're a good person or a bad person. And what people will try to do that are bad people will try and point fingers at somebody that they know is a good person and make them look bad.
Yeah, 100%.
And you know, and as I said, once you know yourself, you don't care, and that's why I can so easily say things and come up because I know who I am.
Yeah.
And once you know yourself, you know others. And sometimes I would know maybe the Andy, maybe when he was younger, when he was 22, 23, and he's a wee fucker. I'd see that in people maybe it's still at 38, 39, haven't been reborn.
Haven't found themselves yet.
Yeah, and that's why I always laugh, and I would say, you might say something, tell me, such and such said this, and I go, oh, fuck me, lad, and I laugh it off because I get they're maybe in a negative
where they at.
Hey, I get where they're at, 'cause I was there.
Yeah.
So I know these people. So for me to be to run my mouth off back to them, I'd be a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Because they say I love everybody, but I'll come in there the character. Like.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. What about what's the crack? Is the reset on the back burner? Is the reset happened or?
The reset has begun.
Because the last time we were on, like, as we were saying before, like a lot of stuff have came. You know, like conspiracies that people think, oh, he's a conspiracy theorist, but then they're starting to go, fuck, maybe you know what I mean? Like it's happening.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff has happened. Like. Since the last time we were on, and I think a lot of conspiracies, like I wasn't one of the conspiracies, I'm still not, because I wouldn't put myself in that fucking rigmarole. I'll end up down a hole, and I just always take myself away from it. No, I'll never get back out of it. I'm always one for saying, if it won't affect my life, maybe it will. I don't care. I'm just going to keep living the way I am, and as I said to you, I'm very content in life, so I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm where I'm at.
See that, yeah. I think that's where we kind of bounce off each other. Both of us are content, and there's no negativity. We're just running about smiling and laughing, 100%. Eating dinner and having a crack and laughing, and then even laughing if we put something up about ourselves.
Yeah,
you know,
laugh, that's it, laughing at
it.
Who is big bad boy?
But it's funny, and then people are like, you know, and we're going, look, if people don't find this funny, we don't give a fuck because we find it funny.
Yeah, we're laughing. We're getting something out of it. We're getting a good energy out of it.
Exactly.
But it's just like a lot of stuff like all the conspiracies now are starting to like materialize, and they're actual shit happening. I've seen some of the UK's list there for Epstein's phrase and all. Remember, that was all conspiracy, and now going, fuck me, it's actually happening.
Yeah.
I only seen this last night. What do you call it? Is it Prince Harry? Is it or Prince? What do you call it?
Prince William.
Prince William, was he the one who was in the Epstein Island? 173 visits.
Oh, what do you
Prince Andrew.
Ah, yeah.
173 visits.
Yeah.
Fuck, he was living there.
and they tried to cover this all up, and then remember he went on an interview and sunk himself.
No.
He went on and said all these things, and then after they looked into it deeper, but it just shows you that even the royal family that are supposedly running we're willing to cover up for paedophiles.
Yeah.
And that's what the BBC's been doing. So look, once you look at all these things, you have to question everything. And the last podcast we were on, I was talking about this, and at that time people were on the fence. I was going, even with the foreign nationals coming into the country,
people were afraid to speak about it.
They're afraid to speak about it. And look, my hairdressers are Muslim people, fantastic guys, lovely people, right? But I'm still allowed to speak without being classed as racist. I'm allowed to turn around and go, people that are not being vetted, and we talked about it, are coming into our country. They could be paedophiles, they could be rapes. I'm not saying they are, but they could be. And that's enough for me to know that if my children it's
better to know what's coming and what's not coming. Not to say they're not welcome. They're more than welcome.
Exactly.
If they're vetted.
if they're fed,
we've enough fucking rapists and paedophiles within our own country, our own Irish people, or we've enough yet.
Yeah, and
we don't bring any more.
People seem to forget. I even talked about the Christian church back in the day. They were murdering kids. They were doing this. I'm not, as I said, I'm not religious in any way, shape or form.
Yeah.
I believe Jesus Christ is the way and the truth, and I believe in God. But I believe religion is bondage. I believe religion is to divide the people. I believe in what I believe in, which is Jesus Christ. So it's not that I'm turning around and going, all Christians are great and Muslims are bad. I'm not saying that. I'm stating that the government has set us up, and if anyone looks at my videos, I'm saying this is a war set up by the government. And then people turn around and go, you're racist, thing, you should be blaming the government. I'm going, have you not listened to the video?
Yeah.
I have stated that this is a war set up by the government. There's nobody lets in people not being fed by mistake.
Yeah, 100%.
Impossible.
100%.
It can't be done.
Yeah, but like if I always says, if you want to go to Australia as an Irish person, people go, oh, Irish people all over the world.
Yeah,
and
America,
and some of them are scumbags.
Exactly.
Some of them are gangsters. Some of them go and kill people, murder people. They shouldn't have been allowed in America.
100%.
They're illegal. They're illegal for a reason. Oh, but they're Irish. I don't care what they are. They went and broke the rules. I wouldn't welcome a murderer into my country.
No, not a chance.
You know what I mean? In the same way, America shouldn't allow an Irish person in to fucking commit crimes and murder all over America. Same way Australians don't let you in unless you have like $5,000 in your bank account, a visa, and all.
Exactly.
Or you're going to just be illegal.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
What they want is you to put your finger in their lips. So the way I would say it is, the easy path for me was to come off social media, back and forth to Dubai, come back, see my kids, go to Dubai, take my kids over in the summer, take them over Christmas, nice wee life, enjoying the game of life. That's the easy route.
Quiet.
I've now got to choose the hard route to come back and try and open eyes. That's it. And sometimes I say, what the fuck are you at? Why are you at? Like, you can just go and chill out. And like, God's been good to me. Thank God that I have a life where I can go and train and boxing with you. We're waiting out to Carlo next week. I can float about, right? But God has given me a gift, and my gift is my voice.
Yeah.
People do listen. And the key for me is look, people say, be like Jesus.
Yeah.
Speak. He get nailed to the
Speak
cross.
what you believe in.
He was nailed to the cross for speaking the truth.
Yeah.
What I say is, if hate wasn't coming my way, I'm not the man I think I am.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I have to be going against the 98%.
Of course.
To try and open the eyes that are blind. And that's why I accept. I see when hate that comes, I'm going, I'm on the right path.
Yeah.
I know I'm on the right path. And then when you're not getting hated, you're sitting back and you're relaxed and you're going, God didn't want this for me.
Yeah.
You know, he wants me to stand up and try and help people. And believe it or believe it not, see the 98% of people that go against me, I'm actually trying to help them.
Yeah,
it's them I'm trying to, I don't need to help you.
The other 2%, because they understand.
You understand it. So the 1 or 2% understand what I'm talking about. It's the 98% that are coming. I'm trying to say to them, you can switch where you're at with the devil and come walk into the light. And people say, don't. I'm saying it's simple. You're in darkness. If you weren't in darkness, you wouldn't be going on again. So step forward into the light and you can change your life. But you first have to realise you're in darkness. The biggest trick the devil ever played was making people not believe that he's real.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the biggest trick. And the devil's everywhere. We can, anyone that's awakened to a certain thing can turn around and go, the devil's in that fucker. As we said, what does people turn around and say when they're too much drinking them? I was out of my mind last night. Who was in
that? Drinks the devil. Does he have drinks the devil?
Drinks the devil.
That drinks the devil. I should have said that last night when we were calling 6 or 7. The way you can say it to someone. Yeah. Like, oh, fuck me. I'm done with that drink. It's the devil.
Exactly.
You go, fuck me. You should have said that before you started drinking.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So they see it in that way, but they don't see it on a global stage.
Yeah.
And we realise that if as I said, we're all born into a world of sin. Which is the devil, and we must be reborn again. And me and you've kind of talked to this, but like too much, we've talked about it again, and I have been reborn again. That's how I see it. I don't even, the way I used to think and see things is completely different than how I see it now.
Yep, 100%.
And
Listen, and you can see your happiness now. It's like if you feel happy within that, then that's why would you want to be in a miserable life?
Exactly.
Sitting miserable. If you were before, you were partying, you were down, and you're up and down and up and down. You'd rather You'd rather just be happy and content and
don't need anything else to make me happy now. Just always happy. And even see me after the training, they'd be more happy. So 100%. I'm always happy and I feel at peace. And then they said, in my head, I have my wee kids there, and I'm going, I must fucking speak up. And even though I'm going to get fucking bullets shot at me, not real bullets, but I'm going to get people shouting, saying, he's full of shit. He's talking about this. Now all of a sudden, it's taking a 360 spin.
Yep.
You get me?
It's mad to think like you openly speak about the government trying to turn us but it's mad, isn't it? Like
people that
COVID was such a scam, right? Yeah. And it's been proven that it was a scam. Fraser has been it's been proven. Like it's a fact. It's like it's stated fact that it was a scam.
Yeah.
The vaccine was a scam, but people know what the government forced the vaccine upon people.
Yeah.
And
they're still protecting them.
And they still.
Yeah.
I can't. I never took a vaccine, and not because
not
because of a conspiracy theorist. I just had more trust in my own immune system. I was like, hey, what's the point of me putting something in me? If I die, it's on me.
Yeah.
If I actually get COVID and die, it's on me.
Yeah.
And then people were going, oh, but then you're you're gonna kill your granny or granda.
Yeah.
And make sure they've been vaccinated.
Exactly.
So if the vaccine protects you that much, then they're safe from me.
Exactly. It's mad that they get this vaccine to save this false sickness, although now for cancer, all the money, you think the billions and billions of pounds people are giving in for cancer research, and they still haven't come up with a cure. It's look,
that's the way the world
because
works.
It doesn't work for them, like, you know. So
it doesn't fit them, doesn't fit their agenda, like. But it's mad that people still protect them, and then you're still trying to tell them, like, this is like, even now that digital IDs come, they're talking about digital ID.
A lot of people say that'll never come, and I'm telling people out there for over a year, the chip's coming, like the chip's coming, and people's like, oh, they'll never put a chip in your body, and I'm going, the chip doesn't matter, it can be a chip with all the details on it.
Anything, fucking technology, your phone, your car, your watch,
and then when they're looking at the cures now, but I say to people, it's not about a lactic cure, and I try to say to people, I'm not saying there's something wrong with lactic cure. I'm saying who controls the lactic cures. Who's the people in power that buys these companies in?
Yep.
So all these companies are tackling along. The people in power buy them, and then they go, we're going to turn his cure off because he didn't pay his parking ticket.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to lie, I don't pay my parking ticket. Like, you know that, right? I shouldn't say that.
We're coming for you.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm not paying.
Only joking.
I'm only messing. I didn't pay them. But do you get me? So they're going to be able to turn around and go to people, we're going to freeze your bank account. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. That's why I'm trying to tell people now, getting into digital currency and making sure that you're set up correctly to escape this control mechanism, because it's coming. And I talked about it. I've been talking about it for... and I'm not to say this, but I've been talking about this before people are talking about it.
Yeah.
And I've been talking about the agenda before people's talking about it, and everyone's like, oh, boy, shut up, Andy, you've lost the plot. Now all of a sudden, a lot of people are going quiet about it.
Yep.
And they just want to turn around and say, you can't box.
Yep. That's exactly it. They just want to turn it to boxing.
They just turn it into the boxing now.
Yeah.
You get me? And the reason I see the boxing as well is because at this moment in time, men's testosterone levels is so low, right?
Yep.
But because of the food we're eating, the government's turning men into women. They're making more men. And don't get me wrong, it's okay, but they're making more men be stay at home daddies that are doing what women need stuff, but their testosterone has to go down.
Yeah.
So the way I look at things is that at this moment in time, the key is to be as strong as you can, fight, learn how to fight, and your testosterone goes up. Fight.
Yep.
100%. You're learning, and you're going to get in for a dig here. So what I say is, I'm trying to intersync it with at least give people something to watch without, like, if I just come on and go, Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. Lift up your cross and follow.
Everyone's saying that.
But you know what they'll just say? Call me bad. Listen to him. He's no crack.
To walk by, people are getting the city centre every day, and it's like. It doesn't. It just goes over their head. It doesn't catch their attention.
Yeah. So you have to use smart marketing.
You're using it in terms of what's going on in the world today, like you're being relative to what they want to see.
And you have to kind of give them at least something to. So I'll talk about the boxing, create the hype, and then I'll put out the truth about something that can be about what I believe about foreign nationals coming into the country. It can be about university. It can be about trying to find this mix where people actually want to watch. And it was proven me, and you were looking at my views the other day, and it's sitting at 4 million.
4 million. That's
4 million in a month.
And it went up. Every day it went up. It was like 3.6 or 3.5 million. 3.6 million like the next day. 3.7. I was like, what the fuck?
The last 4 months, it's always been over 3 million for 4 months consistently.
Yeah.
So it means that, and if you look at some maybe the Jesus Christ video, and I was sitting there and I was going, look, it's in Jesus' terms when he decides to pump a video out, and I think it was maybe about a month ago, it was sitting on 50,000 views, and it was kind of dead, the algorithm, and all of a sudden it just started pumping out, and all I could see is people writing in, we're with you, Andy, from America, we're with you from Australia, Andy, we're with you from Canada, Andy, and I was going, this is mad. This is not it's not my time, and this message is mad, and I think it's sitting at like 300,000 views. That Jesus Christ message, and it keeps pumping every day. So I believe that the divine power is at play, and when it decides to pump it on, it pumps it on. That's what it's done here. Like, so as I said to you before, who the fuck am I? Andy Malone. I says
the game changer.
The game changer. But remember, I said to you before, when I thought I was the man, I didn't believe in Jesus. I might have had materialistic things, but my life wasn't going correct. I wasn't feeling that inner peace. Then I met him, And
now, got the inner peace.
He's given me everything I could ever imagine, and I have that inner peace now where I enjoy, like, as I said, when I leave the podcast away with the kids now, switch off my phone for 3 days, and people might turn around and go, oh, well, he doesn't have his kids in his life full time, you know, and that's the card I've been dealt, right? So I take my kids every second weekend for 3 full days, but they get me for 3 full days.
All your full attention, no phone, no nothing, no distractions, just you and the
so
kids.
When they wake up in the morning, I'm with them, and they're going to bed, I'm with them, and we're going away, I'm with them for 3 full days, and then in this corruption of how they have it scammed at the minute, a father might have to leave for work at 8, get home at 6. The kids are ready for bed at 7. He's away to football, and before you know it, he goes the whole week out seeing the kids, and then at the weekend he's maybe away out drinking, and then he's turning around and going, well, I have my kids in my life full time, and I'm thinking
he's present, but he's not present. He's there, but he's not present.
He's there, but he's not present, and unfortunately, that's what happened with so many people at the minute, where they can't get that freedom, where they can't actually have a bond. Like me and my wee girl, love the bones each other. Like, we have such a good bond. And what I say to people is, because I can see things and go, it's not about the time that you're in a house with somebody, it's about the time you can actually be in the now with them.
The amount of time you spend with them.
Spend and listen to them and actually be present. Now, if I'm sitting spending time with them, but I'm phoning everybody and I'm doing...
You're not giving them their attention.
You're not giving them the attention, so you don't have that wee bond. So, like I said, when you explain it that way and you look at it, everybody has a different card they've been dealt, and I believe that my cards now at the minute is to try and help people and open the eyes, because with the grace of God, my reset has been done. I can escape at any time. I can just go, pop, gone. But I've chosen to come back and try and help people to see. They need to go.
And plus, you're as I say, you have a healthier mind because you're training better, you're feeling better, you're more productive, you're learning something new, you're learning a new skill, the energy goes hand in hand with what you're trying to do, but also because you're learning a new skill and then you can feel it. And when you start getting the improvements, it's like, it's a buzz, isn't it? Like it's
brilliant, and it's a great buzz. Then after that, then I do my wee bit of work. I do work with a couple of different businesses. I do a bit of business with people, and it's all great. I can do it anywhere in the world. So no matter what I can do, I could delete my social media tomorrow, go anywhere in the world, and still continue business.
Still carry on.
And that's something I couldn't have done back in my Ampex days, where you were stuck in a pram and you couldn't escape. You were stuck in a prison walls. Now, with the grace of God, I can kind of float about and pick the game.
The freedom.
And the game I've picked now is boxing.
It's
simple. And then I work on the property. We buy properties. We do a wee bit of business on the back end. But it's all good. And as I said, sometimes when you think you're the man, you want to tell everyone your business.
No, but it's better to keep it to yourself. Keep the cards close to your chest.
Yeah, because what I say is, what the devil doesn't know, the devil can't take. So people say to me, "What are you? What's that baby?" I'm maybe saying,
doesn't matter what I'm at.
Doesn't matter what I'm at.
Worry about what you're at.
I'm living a good life. You worry about your 9 to 5. You worry about coming on and hating on people. Well, I worry about trying to inspire people, learn how to fight while making enough money to be free. As I say, people believe freedom comes in materialistic.
Because people always write underneath it, sometimes people write, for the money's the root to all evil.
Exactly, that's
and
what they say.
I know, but sure, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter. No one said, you're not doing it for money.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I'm like, you're missing the message here. Exactly. Even I understand that. Like I'm not a Christian. I'm a Catholic, obviously, and I wouldn't say I'm a practicing Catholic. My mummy and all my family are, but I would I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in God, and I do believe in that. And it's often like, even consciously, sometimes subconsciously, like thank Jesus and thank God, and I mean it, and I mean it when I do shit. But even I understand you're not doing it for money.
Exactly.
What are you saying about put 10 grand on the table? Sure, thought money's a root to all evil. That's what he wants. That's what your man Killen saying. We'll put 10 grand on the table. I'm matching his challenge. Let's do it. It's not. I'm not doing it because I want to win this 10 grand. I'm doing it because that's the challenge he wants.
And you know what I say to people as well, right? What I say to people is, right, money is the root to all evil if you're evil.
Yeah.
Right. Money is the root to all good if you're good. Right, so if you use money, now don't get me wrong, I live both sides of the life. Where I live for money, where you wanted to go party and you wanted to go and show off, you wanted to show off all your cars. So that's a root to, because you're always chasing. Now, with the grace of God, I have everything. Thank God, and only for Him, I have everything, and I don't need to prove nothing to nobody. And it's a route to goodness. Now all I do is try and help people, I try and inspire people, and why not fucking box for fucking 10 G's on the table.
100%.
We're not doing, there's no harm. And look, as I said, why not do it? Because see that 10 grand, that'll give me freedom to go and be able to keep you stay free.
It's more or less, it's like saying no Christian's ever allowed to learn money.
Exactly.
Why are you working for?
Yeah.
Why are you working every day?
And you see if I done a competition for a 50 grand giveaway.
I'd be
and
first to sign up.
Stallone didn't want
Randy Stallone.
If I done a 50 grand giveaway, you see every person that's ridiculing you for wanting to have money will enter the 50 grand giveaway. Sure, yeah. Okay, so you'll take the easy 50 grand, but you're not boxed for it.
Yeah.
You won't jump in the ring and you won't go and train. You won't fly around the globe to train. So I'm going to people is the people that are controlled by the devil see money as evil.
Yeah.
Jesus was wealthy. God wants us to be wealthy, but he also wants us to be wealthy with our
health
and with Christ consciousness, to be awakened to it. So many people, as I said before, when I wasn't reborn again, and call it a rebirth, when I was the old version of me, money was my God.
Yeah.
I was like, 18-hour days, if I die on the spot, now when I look back and go, that pays fucking bonkers.
Who was that?
It's true, lad, and anyone that's been through a rebirth or been reborn again understands it, because I was like yourself. I went to mass and I believed in Jesus, but I seen Jesus was this man on the cross. But if somebody had to say who's God, I'd say me.
No,
I'm
the God.
And that's what I believed in, right? And then what you realise is that you're chasing this false paper, right? But no matter how much you had, you couldn't find that inner peace.
Yeah.
So you couldn't enjoy it. You were just doing it for the showing off.
Yeah,
And then when you reborn again, and then God always gives you more, right? Thank God, but he does it in a different way.
Yeah.
Where he protects you. He protects your funds. He gives you knowledge to protect your money. He gives you knowledge to protect from the corruption of this government. He gives you money that you can float about and enjoy the game of life. Everyone says, what's that man work at? Nobody needs to know what I do. I do a bit of property. A lot of people make up their own things. Oh, he's a drug dealer. He just said, look, let the people say whatever they want. They can say what they want. And it frustrates them that they're going, where does he get his money? How does he always do what he's doing? How does he always be back and forth and floating about and doing it? Because I do smart business.
Yeah.
I do legal business. Everything's legal. So what I say to people is, it's the devil type people that are always saying money's evil. Because they're evil.
Yep.
And see if they get money. Jesus, God only knows what.
That's their thought process. That's the way it goes. They're acting that way.
Yeah.
Did you were baptised now, were you?
Baptised?
Did you get
as a kid? Oh,
no.
From a reborn? No.
Because I see a lot of people do that now. Like,
yeah.
Like, it's getting more popular now. Like within people I know, even people I know, they're just getting. But because I used to think it had to be within us. No, like you get baptised in the church when you're a baby. Like, never see like people who are reborn. They didn't just
go into the water.
They can just go under any water. It can be because I used to go, how are they getting baptised? They're in fucking Trella Beach or they're in Hal's Bay. And then someone told me it doesn't matter as long as there's a ceremony and there's people there that can do it too.
Yeah, and you know what I said? I think it's like for that, it's just like stating that, look, I've been baptized, so I'm being reborn. For me, it's a relationship. I feel a peace all the time. Even when I'm going through struggles, I have something I can't explain. Something in my body that is just
an energy that's within you, isn't it? Like it's faith.
That's Jesus.
It's your faith and like and being interacted. This is it's like your car broke down. I like.
That's funny, wasn't it?
So we came home, obviously. We got home late. It was like, we landed at 9:30, say 10 o'clock, go down and get your car, and the battery was there. Anyone else would be like, fuck, we're kicking and screaming. Me and you're just laughing. We're like, fuck, what's for you?
What did I say? Me and you could have jumped in that. What happened was I left the lights on and we came back 8 days later, so the battery was completely dead, so the key wouldn't work. Yeah. And then I didn't have the odd key with the wee silver bit. Right? But what did I say to you straight away, Shauna? This is a blessing by God, because me and you could have drove up the road and got fucking killed. So I had to get the bus off the road. Then the next day I had to come down with the odd key, and then I had to get the car open and get it jumped. But the perspective on it was good or higher good, and you can't preach this to people and not do it.
Yeah, no, that's it. Like I think it's a powerful way of thinking when you take something positive or something negative, always. I don't think there's any, like, I do it anyway, but like, I just go like, fuck, at least I'm in a position to fucking have a broken car. There's people out there, I go like, I've got a broken car. I've got a car with battery in it. There's people out there who got a bike. There's people out there who have no legs. There's people out there who can't drive. There's people out there who can't talk.
And look,
we have when you automatically when something negative happens and you think like that, that's not a problem.
Exactly.
That isn't even a fraction of a problem of what goes on in the world today. Do you know what I mean?
We turned that into positive, where we were talking about it on the way up the road, we were laughing about it, next time we do, we finished it, not bad, and then we're doing, and then it's the same with the airport incident. When I come back to that, I've turned it into nothing but a positive.
Yeah.
If you can always look at the universe and go, the universe is working with me, not against me. Yeah, in every situation. So the situation was, fuck's sake,
it wasn't meant to be.
Me and you've been travelling all day. We're gonna have to get this bus up the road. Fuck's sake, blah. But the ego saying, somebody might see me in this bus and say, that's the ego. But the other thing is, look, it is what it is. Let's go and get a fucking bite to eat here. Me and you went and get a bite to eat. We charged the phones and we were laughing the whole way up the road.
Both our phones were there as well, so we couldn't even ring someone to get the battery fixed or get the key sorted or anything. But as we said, it was just meant to be, and it was what it was. And yes, when you have that mindset, but like if people can develop that mindset, they just understand that like there's always someone worse off, and that's the way I think. I'm like, listen, it's not like it's a first world problem. So I'm going, it's a problem.
Exactly.
And I think,
but what I say is, most people will always say, oh, thank you God when something good happens to them.
Yeah.
But what is good and what is bad?
Yeah.
So is a flat tire good or bad? People say it's bad, and I'm going,
maybe it's
good.
What if
you had to drove up the road and the bus had to
exactly.
drove in you? So is God not protecting you? So
do you know, want to hear a story, right?
Yeah.
See, when I was a kid in school, right, I used to walk home from school with like 3 or 4 other girls, right?
Yeah.
I used to walk up the Turf Lodge. We used to walk up White Rock Road where I live, right? This is mad, right? So I was coming out of school and the other two, I got kept behind a wee bit, right? For fucking probably messing about. So 3 of my friends, 3 wee girls were meeting on me. 3 of the girls were meeting on me, right? I can't even remember the 3 were, but it was Portuguese, Carrie, Brona, and Una, maybe us 4. It was always us 4 walked home from school anyway, right? But they were waiting on me, so I run up and I said, 2 minutes, so I run into a shop. And I was like, go use on, I'll catch up on you, but they didn't go on.
Yeah,
so they waited on the corner of me. And I run this shop and bought like a wee bop and put Chris in it. No, Chris bop, right? Yes, and I was walking up, right? So they waited on me. And so I didn't have to run up and catch him. And so they waited on the corner to me, right? And I was like, oh, cheers for waiting on me. And then we walked on. And see, about 5 minutes later, we're walking down. His car was driving past us in the direction we were going. So we were walking up a hill. His car's driving up a hill and overtakes us on the main road. And then it just goes, and I watched it, and it just steers right across the road, straight over, both about 100 metres in front of us, straight in, wiped the lamppost out, right up a crib, and wiped the lamppost out. I went, what the fuck? So we were like that. And I was like, and I was still eating a wee bit of the bop left. And I was like, fuck me, imagine you hadn't waited me.
There you go.
You should have been 100 metres ahead of me and that would have hit you.
There you go.
And I was like trying to time it. I was like, see if you had walked 100 metres. That car was hitting you and wiping you out.
Yeah. So God gave you to get the cheese, none and crisp, put them into the bop. Even you had to open the crisp.
And that's when I started to go like, that's insane. Because I told you, I would have had to run to catch up to you, which would have been exactly where our car hit that lamppost.
Yeah.
So like that was meant to happen.
The timing of how the shopkeeper even
you
buy the
everything. It's like seeing you start to think of stuff like that. It's like fuck me, imagine like.
And you know what? Sometimes the best thing to do is go into a flow state and just let it be. And
just let it be, and what'll
be
will be.
And also the opposite. So as I said, every time anything that ever bad has
it's not a problem. It's meant to be for you.
Anything bad that's ever happened to me at the time when I used to see it as bad. I never used to see everything as good or hard good. Because I wasn't reborn again. I used to see things as, it's a fucking disaster. That's the way I be.
Yeah.
Now everything's good or hard good. So it's near, like I told you before, when you're at the before Christ consciousness, before you've evolved, you don't see it like that. I always seen it as good or bad. And I would have put things, it's fucking disaster. That went wrong. That's a night. Now it's just like nothing's in it, everything is good or hard good. And the key to it is, if you're in that flow state, right, you're realising that, right, everything's cause and effect, right, as well. And if you can go into that flow state and you can realise that, look, well, if I do take a bad reaction to this, the next thing's going to go bad. So you just try and hold as high a frequency as you can. And then all of a sudden you start cutting people out of your life that constantly bring negativity. And sometimes you make the hard decisions where you go, well, look, I've offered that person a helping hand. They don't want it, so I'm crossing my arms and wishing them well in their journey. And I've done it with so many people where I actually like them, real good people. But they're going through
their own struggles,
and sometimes you have to turn around and go to them, well, look, I would be willing to help you. and I would love to help you, but you don't want to help yourself, so you have to cut the people out. And then sometimes, because the good side of me is like, fuck, I feel a wee bit, a bit sorry for cutting them out. You don't want to feel bad, but I'm going, I have to stay true to what I believe in, and I believe in
protect your own energy.
If I can't help them, I must move on from them. And
I done it with my brother Liam. My brother, like, I just the way he was going, I was just like, Liam, I have no time for you, lad. I just like he text me something. I was like, I don't want to talk to you. Like, I don't want to be in his company. His company was just like, I was like, and I was like, see now, as you say, he's brand new now. He's so sober. He's like he's back to himself again, the same person I enjoyed being around, and he's so funny and
I
crack.
I
know that's right, because he's actually.
He's actually, but I always would have. I call him and all, and then I phoned you, and I says, look, it's Sean. I didn't really know you at the time.
Yeah.
And I said, Johnny, look, your brother reached out to me, and I says, look, I know he's a good lad and he's a good person, but man. But when I seen that, man, I was delighted for him, because he has changed, and I know
big time. And it's like that time he's helpful, and he's out, and he's good crack, and he's good to be around, and he's good to text, and but see at that time, I was like, what does he? I just didn't, like, I was no one of them ones like, fuck it, just like he's going, man, why do you never invite me out for now, like a bit of lunch? You're always out for lunch with your mates. Why you never text me for lunch? I was like, what are we going to talk about?
They're going through their darkness, you see, and without the darkness, there's no light. I went through my own darkness at the time, but I believe it, and it's mad until I can only see it from a reborn phase. If this Andy Malone was on this podcast 4 or 5 years ago, I wouldn't really understand it, because I didn't awaken, and an awakening means that you've evolved, and then you see things for what they are, and you have to speak your truth. I have to speak my truth now. I can't not do it. You get me?
100%. That's who you are, and it's what you believe in, and I'm the same in terms of like seeing things for what they are. Exactly. Stop being fucking directed by like whoever it is. Like I always say this, I can't wrap my head around it. Like the government telling us to get vaccinated. And I was no position to understand what a vaccine was. I found out it protects your immune system. I was like, well, I have a strong immune system. I've trained every day from I was 8 years of age. I consider myself very, very, very healthy, and I'm happy enough. So why the fuck would I get a vaccine? And it wasn't nothing to do with me no more than anyone else. I just went and didn't do it. So
and what we know was a test. But
I didn't even know what at the time. I wasn't even thinking like that. I was just new. Like I was like, I believe in me. I believe in my immune system, and if it's wrong, and I found that, then it's on me for making the wrong decision. But at least I can say, I went out my terms.
Exactly.
I died on my terms. If I died of COVID, I died on my terms.
But if you
and then people go, oh, you should have took off vaccine if I had it. But it wasn't the case.
If you go deeper than that, what's the first thing to do when the child's born?
Yeah.
But this is not normal.
It's
not natural things for, even when we used to get, like, I can't mind the name of it, I think it was like BCG or something.
Yeah.
You used to get it normal. Everything that they're giving you is to make you sick.
Yeah.
Right? And as I said, and we've talked about this many times before, right? If you can be the sickness on the cure, you have the best business in the world. Make you sick with the food, and then cure you with the medicine, but that medicine also causes a problem that you need more. If you go to any man at 65 years of age, any man watching this, any man at 65, a couple of them will pretend they don't. I'd say call them out a bluff. It's a lie. They all have a box of tablets, and they take about 8 tablets a day. Yep. This one's for their acid reflux. This one's for their A, B, and C. This one's for their liver.
I want to see my dad.
Oh man,
he doesn't take them. I'll actually vouch for him on that one. Like I can stand up and say that. You want to see the prescriptions he's to pick up every week. It's a big bag.
And he just picks them up and doesn't take them.
They're just sat in my cupboard. Just sat in that cupboard. And he goes, fuck that. And he's wise enough to know what's good from what's not. You know what I mean? But
some they have to take, like, some they have to take, some that they're able to go, I'll suffer in the pain instead of taking it because I know it's bad.
Yeah, 100%. The last time you were on here, we were shooting out the co-codamol as well. Remember?
That's right.
You were saying it's laced with like stuff that's in heroin.
Oh man, laced with
it's mental.
This is why.
But see, the last time you done that, the amount of people commenting underneath my YouTube about the podcast, don't even saying, fuck, I didn't know what they're about. They know that's mad. My cousin suffers from addiction to co-codamol. No, I didn't know that.
You know what the
So
heroin
that
addicts
actually
were
helped a
writing?
lot of
You know
people.
what the heroin addicts were writing underneath the TikTok video? You know what they were saying? That they used to get the co-codamol tablets and heat it up, right? And then the co-codamol would come off the paracetamol and it would go to the top. And see, when they took it, it was exactly as taking heroin. These were heroin addicts. So when I brought that to the public eye, I didn't know it was heroin. I just thought these were only painkillers. So I wasn't even aware of it. Now, a couple of people would have knew, like, would have said to me, you taking them co-codamol, like, say, my ex-missus or maybe a family member too. You injured again, have you a sore shoulder? And then I would have thought, but you would never know. There's nothing wrong with you. But I thought that, no, sometimes I was, and sometimes I was taking them. You know why? Because you know what it used to do, right? And I didn't know this until I studied it, right? And this is why I'm saying I believe in Jesus Christ as the way, the truth, and the life. I get down on my knees, and I told you this before, get down on my knees, and I said, Jesus, see if you're real. God, you see if you're real. Take this co-codamol addiction away from me. Never took an hour one after it, ever. And I was addicted to them. And I know my good mate James Freeman, he done the same with a gambling problem. He got down on his knees and said, Jesus, took it away. That's why I have so much faith in this man can do the things I can't do. But I thought I could do it myself. You know, I was like, I'm not. But I didn't understand what was going on. And then, see, when he took it away from me, I goes, why was everyone takes these? Everybody has a packet of them in their thing.
You can buy them over the counter.
And you can buy them over the counter. So imagine saying that we can buy. Remember, I got a mate of mine named Killen. He dressed up in the mask and all. Yeah. And he just walked in my mask and got co-codamol behind the thing. So how many young children? It just proves that. And people say, oh, well, it's not heroin. What happens is the co-codamol changes to morphine in the stomach, right? And it's a form of from the opioid plant, right? So it's the same as it's not as strong as heroin, but it has the same effect. And people, you want to see some of the stories people are writing into me. The thing was, like, I wouldn't have got addicted to them or was taking them every day. I might have had a twig in my shoulder and took them for 2 weeks. Then I took them for 6 months, but then went back to them. Then I took them. So it wasn't like I was these people that was eating them every day.
Hooked on them, like,
but I said, I believe in addiction is something that you might be able to people go back to.
Rely on.
Yeah, like, so saying like somebody was an alcoholic and every 4 weeks they relapsed again. That's still an addiction.
Yeah,
of course. They're still addicted to it. So I looked at it that way. And when I seen it, I was going to myself, look, I'm going to put it out there and I'm going to be honest with it, because a vulnerable man like me that is bulletproof. Back then I didn't have Jesus in my life. You know, I didn't. But I thought it was bulletproof. And I was like, the big ego, if I come on and tell people I had a co-codamol addiction, they laugh at me. And I'm going, but Jesus has saved me. Jesus Christ has saved me. And for me to not speak of the miracle that he done, and people say, so it's only co-codamol, but I'm saying, but hold on. It was an addiction. And it all came from a football injury when I was 19 years of age. And even I remember when I had released this, a woman wrote into me the next day saying, I was up in the hospital last night with my son for a thing, and he's 19, and they tried to give him co-codamol 500 milligrams straight away, but I seen your video, so I told the doctor, we don't want them, keep them. And I was going, maybe
one person.
If I can only help one person on my journey, that might be the only reason God put me here. So what I say is, for me not now, to want to walk in truth and speak the truth and do, and as I said, come in there the character smartly to show that Jesus Christ is the way and the truth and the life. And I think there's a consciousness coming now. It's like Christians and people that have been are awakening are feeling something that we can't explain is coming to the forefront at the minute, and it's you know, and you tend to be all the time, but it is. I don't want to sound cringy. You know what I used to think, talking about Jesus wasn't cool, and if I speak about it I'm going to be ridiculed and saying he's a holy Joe. But man, he saved me, like, so I not imagine somebody came and you were drowning and somebody saved your life. And you were turning around and not giving him credit.
You're forever in debt to them.
I'm forever.
You're forever in debt to God and for Jesus.
And I believe he works in me and through me. I believe he's even sitting here talking about this is him trying to inspire somebody to turn to the cross, lift up your cross and follow him, you know. And sometimes I go to myself, I feel like it's, you know, it's not cool, like, it's not gangster to say, you know, gangster to say. And sometimes you used to hold back because the ego would say, oh, if you speak at that, people's going to ridicule you and say, oh, there's Holy Joe Malone, you know. You know what I mean? Next thing will be Holy Joe Malone, right? So what I say is, look, at the end of the day, I'm speaking the truth, and I want to inspire somebody, lad, to go and read the Bible, because see, if I had read the Bible 3 years ago, I wouldn't understand it. No, I know. Maybe the video in Amsterdam. And he's going to give you the Bible. You're like, I don't want the Bible, but I believe it. You know. So if I had read the Bible 4 years ago, it would have been like reading Hocus Pocus. Now, since I've been reborn again, see, when I read it, I get it. I understand. Like, you know, it's saying like, turn the other cheek.
You were going to be at some rate, I'm telling you. It's a great Don't worry about it. I'm alright.
But it's this like turn the other cheek. It doesn't mean like be a fool. It means if you can control, like, so if somebody's trying to egg you on to do, it doesn't mean don't be a dangerous man.
Yeah.
I'm as dangerous as any man.
What right hand's the most dangerous?
That's dangerous.
That's dynamite.
You must be what I say is turn the other cheek means if somebody. You can control the situation by not reacting, which means, look, hit me an ass slap. Now, if somebody hits you a slap, you're going to dig them back. It doesn't mean don't do it, but it's understand the Bible. Like, take no thought for tomorrow. Tomorrow will take thought for itself. How many times do we sit worrying at night about something and it runs you sick and fear? Then you wake up the next day and that problem's not even there. It was an illusion. So once you start reading the Bible and you start understanding it and you realise who Jesus was. Jesus wasn't this. People say to me, oh, you couldn't be a Christian because Jesus loves everyone. And I'm going, it states very clearly, hate all that is evil.
Yeah.
Hate all that is evil. So anything that's evil, I hate it, but I will always try and help them.
Yeah.
I would turn around and go try and open their eyes. So the reason I'm back isn't to try and help the people that have awakened. They've awakened.
Yeah.
I don't need to help them. They're on the same journey as me.
Yeah,
same journey as you.
They're
trying to help as many people as they can. So the 98% that are turning around and going, oh, you're no Christian because you don't love everyone. I'm going, I do love everyone. But I'm still going to call out evil.
Yeah.
And I'm still going to turn around and try and protect
them. You're trying to help the evil.
Imagine turning around and going, there's 5 rapists over there. But let's not show no hate towards them and just let young children go over to them.
Yeah.
What's happening in Dublin at the minute? The wee 10-year-old, God bless her, was raped there last week.
Crazy,
the grooming gangs over in London, and everyone's afraid to speak of it. You know why? You know what? Maybe somebody has a business they're running.
Yeah.
Somebody is a school teacher. Somebody, like, if you've seen the amount of school teachers, and fair play to them, that have wrote into me and told me what's going on in the schools about trying to take this down there. The schools, these are religion teachers writing into me, and they just said, Andy, as much as I would love to come on and speak like you and say it, can't. They're going to lose their job.
Yeah.
And look at the boy in Dublin who lost his job because you know he turned around and said he's not going to call somebody there.
Aye.
And
it's a Christian school, Catholic school.
There you go. So what I'm saying is, if once you understand that I believe God has given me a platform where He's protected me.
Yeah.
In so many different ways, and
you've got the freedom to say what you're not trying to protect a job.
And it's not like I have a company that's sitting here like where they can come and try and
relies on it. Doesn't rely on
exactly.
I mean?
So I believe that he has made the path clear, and now if I don't walk that path, he's going.
No, fuck you.
Yeah. Well, why did I help you? You know. So as I said, I'm always in debt to him, and without him, I'm nothing. So if I turn my back on him, I'm going back to darkness.
Yep.
So I have to keep walking in light and in faith, and sometimes put yourself in positions where you're going, what the fuck am I at? Like coming to go to you, Jesus, John, over here in Amsterdam.
You're getting head, you're going, fuck.
I'm going back here, I'm doing this. I could be sitting over in Dubai, or I could be away in Portugal with the kids, or I could be in Tenerife, but I'm sitting here learning how to, because this is the path He's put me on.
Yep. 100%.
And, you know, so sometimes you must do things that, you know, that
it's out of your comfort zone.
Completely out of your comfort zone.
Yep,
you know,
that's it. And you're enjoying it, and I'm enjoying it. It's good having you over, and it's all. It's good for me. It's good for Pete. It's good. Like we're getting the company here. Like obviously, it's because it's just me and Pete. He goes home to his, and I go home, and it's good to have a wee bit of company, isn't it? It's like, and it's a good life. It's a good life to live. Like when you're over, you train. I was telling you last week. Just last week we came out and got food. I was like, the like pharmaceutical companies quickly just, or doctors just prescribe you like medicine. You go pick it up in the pharmacy, and then that's it. I think the best cure to mental health is see if you just give me someone with bad mental health. Come with me. Come on, I'll bring you over to Amsterdam with me. You're training every day, twice a day, and you're going to eat with us. No. Let's say they're addicted to fucking, I don't know, co-codamol. Come with me, or tramadol, whatever. Right? Come with me. No tramadols. You're not bringing them with you in your bag. You train me twice a day. My mental health's fucking down. I need to come and train me for 2 weeks. No, nothing. Just train, eat, sleep, train. And we'll see how you get on 2 weeks. Exactly. Mental health gone. Exactly. Mental health would be gone. That's the best cure to mental health.
We know that. Me and you have many deep conversations off camera, but we get that. But we understand that the devil has to keep people in this trap. And as I say to people, people don't. If you don't know you're in a prison, you never try and get over the walls. I'm over the wall. I'm looking back saying, come on, join me.
Come with me.
And sometimes, come with me. Sometimes I have to go back and tell them I'm going to pop to them all. I'm going to pop to everyone and let them run after me.
They're all getting it.
I tell them they all run after me. And I say, now you're out of the prison wall, let's all go together.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's the way I see it. I said, I'm going to go back and tell them all they're all mince meat. You're dead, I'm going to bust you. And then try and awaken them some way. But next week we're in Monte Carlo.
Next week we're in Monte Carlo. Another exciting journey.
Yeah, looking forward
to it. Good journey. That'll be good. And then
big fight for you, boy.
Big fight, lad. Can't wait for it.
Well, if Captain Kyle with Shane Kyle.
Captain Kyle, me man, Travelettes, sponsor me. Big shout out to Travelettes.
So, Shane, me and Shane will be over there.
So it'll be another good new experience, new journey. And then listen, it's Christmas, enjoy Christmas, and then when we hit the new year running, me and you back.
Oh, we'll be back.
Full year, and then we're looking at the 20th of February.
We're back the dam. We're training with that fight. Then I have 2 fights
after. 20th of February.
And you'll get 2 more fights.
We'll get a couple of fights going. And
what was saying? Me and you could be in the main card.
Imagine that there. You go for that Misfits heavyweight title. I go for a world title. Imagine that.
Yeah, could happen.
Yeah, stranger things have happened.
We've talked about it, haven't we?
No doubt about it. 100%.
So I'm looking forward next week. And as I said, I'd give me Shane Kyla.
Yep.
Shout out Shane's a great man. Me and Shane do a lot of business together. We travel that. Great man. We're making big moves in Dubai, Ireland, UK. Both of us are looking forward to going over. As I said, you've met Shane in person.
Oh, he's a brilliant fella. He'll really enjoy it. No, he'll really enjoy it. Obviously, you've got one foot in the boxing and you know what it's all about. It'll be new for him to see and be up close and personal watching all boxing.
Exactly. Me and I'll get him over and we'll do a bit of promo and all over there.
Yep.
And then I want to do a shout out to my mate James Freeman.
Yep, he's fighting as well. That's right.
On the same night as you.
Brilliant.
If I wasn't going to Monte Carlo, I'd be over supporting him. So it's great. I sponsor James. So look, James. Good man.
Get the job done, James.
Get the job done, Freeman. Let's go.
Keep flying the flag. And then after me and James, it's you. You're up in the 20th. And you make it a hat trick.
Exactly.
You make it the hat trick against the human hippo. The hippo. And then here, you gotta tickets will be released once you gotta post up for tickets now in the new year maybe.
Yeah, we'll get a post up on the tickets and all are released. So at the minute
Christmas time and
at the minute I'm gonna take a wee bit of them down. Well, this podcast will go out. You'll probably say Malone's very quiet at the minute. We've a strategic plan. I'm gonna train away in the background here. We're up and training now. I want to keep the mind at ease. I spend time with the family and stuff. We're going back into camp in January, so I want to give my wee girls my undivided attention again. I'm going to go a wee bit quiet on social media. It'll pop up the odd time, but I'm going to remain focused on this journey. As I said, it's not a journey that I could foresee.
Yeah.
It's a journey that God's put me on, and I believe it, and I think I can inspire people. And look, if somebody turns around at 39, even fucking human hippo there, that man's now look is getting training. No, honestly, like
it's helping him.
Anybody look that we can get them healthier and get the smirks that fucker there. Anything body that we can get healthier, or someone might look and go, how many people say, I'm 37, 38 and past it. I'm living proof now that I'm fucking training hard, lad.
Yep.
And I'm fucking feeling
good.
I'm feeling
You're
good.
Happy.
I'm happy.
Fucking positive.
So what I'm saying to people is, it's not about what you can't do. And saying, I can't do this. It's about saying, well, isn't everything possible?
It's a privilege to be able to do it.
Even the likes of Mike Tyson fighting Jake Paul. People want to ridicule and say it wasn't. Fucking man, but then and what age is Mike Tyson? 60 something.
60.
So if I'm 25 years younger than Mike Tyson and I can't go out and do 3 2-minute rounds, there's something wrong with me.
Yeah, 100%.
You get me? Exactly. So it's about trying to inspire people and inspire the younger ones, and I get it, and I get a lot of people to look out, and because I'm speaking against what's normal, where you should be putting your finger in your lip and agreeing with the school rules and agreeing. Don't get me wrong, I think like there are a lot of real good teachers out there, and you know how I know, because a lot of them have spoke to me in private and called and told me what's coming, and they're real good, and they're even going, I'm fucking stuck in a trap here, Andy.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in this school and I know what's going on, and I know they're trying to bring transgenders into the school. I know that they're trying to take Christianity out of the school. I know that they're saying in the South, this was a teacher telling me, that confirmation and communion was only allowed to be after hours, but then they want to take in the Muslim religion and let them teach it during school times. I'm going, so no Christianity during school times, take in the Muslim religion and let them speak about it during school times. I'm going, can people not see?
Yeah, it's just flipping.
It's just flipping the thing.
It's just taking it out. Like, it's a Christian country.
Exactly.
Like, Ireland's a Christian country, isn't it?
Exactly. And they make a mockery of it and do what they're doing. I get that some people are going to go against me, but it's always the people that haven't awakened yet. So my job is to stand. And as I said to people, you laugh at this sometimes. You say, yes, when you always go, whoa. I say, look, what it preaches is be like Jesus, which means stand and speak your truth, even if you're going to get shot. You know,
100%.
he get nailed to a cross. So I ain't gonna, if the worst, Jesus, the best man ever lived, get nailed to a cross. If all I'm getting is a negative comment on the social media and I can't take it, I say, look, give me it all, because the devil must attack the person that he sees as somebody that can help awaken people. Because what does he do? If somebody is down and out, guess who leaves him alone? The devil. He doesn't have to work on him. I get it. The devil has to try and work at me. The devil has to try and get people to ridicule me, bring me down. But look, at the end of the day, when I say the righteous right hand of God, well, always
watch out for the dynamite right hand, the Malone Ranger, the game changer, no stranger, to danger. Well, we'll wrap it up here. Cheers for coming in, lad. I appreciate it. And big year coming up. Bang, bang, coming up.
Yeah, we're going to end in here. End with big Monte Carlo for you next week, my man.
That's a job. Came up.
Super, bye.
That's us. Job done.